Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in, and let's start off with this post here from San and L11. I do have this PDF file open over here. This is talking a little bit about the most influential financial technology firms of 2023. And we do see that Quant made the list, sitting right next to the big boys. There's a lot of large names on here, large banks, even R3s on here, for an example. There's a lot of players included on this list, and you gotta love to see it. We even do see like showcasing groundbreaking thought leadership from across the breadth of financial technology. Obviously, as we do really kind of look at what's happening around, technology itself, DLT is playing a vital role. The big question is, how can we connect it to the traditional world? And I do believe that Quant is playing the vital role in that. For an example, if we look down here, they look at DLT and search for the use case across traditional and decentralized finance to make a more user-friendly, secure, and seamless banking process. That's what the companies listed in this magazine do. Also, we do see down here that underpinning them all is the framework that determines whether it is a legal tender, who owns it, and also what it can be used for. From a technology standpoint, most countries are looking at blockchain DLT technology for digital currency because of its high security protection and programmability. DLT and blockchain will play the crucial role in the evolution of finance. We also do see down here, digital money underpinned with DLT infrastructure can also support greater social inclusion and mobility. In the case of migrant/transient workers, employment agencies fill roles from a pool of workers that are typically in a new country and with urgent need to start receiving income. Digital money enables instant payment against task validation to migrant/transient workforces directly into their digital wallets and accessible without a bank account. And then also, last but not least, we have, however, private markets are evolving. Thanks to new technologies, we're at the start of a new era for liquidity. Distributed ledger technology has significantly reduced the time taken from trade execution to settlement in the secondary market. By directly issuing securities as digital tokens registered to a blockchain, a trading venue can publish immediate changes directly to the respective blockchains, capturing changes in ownership of digital assets in real time. This results in instant settlement without any manual processing required. And yes, I think that the most vital thing to all of this will also be interoperability. I'm pretty sure as we do look at interoperability, we all know who is the leader within that space. Obviously, I've been talking about it forever now, and that is Quant. I started talking about QNT, I think, when it was trading around like $40 back in the summer of 2021 before it ran up to like $400. I mean, it truly is incredible to watch the evolution of this space. In my opinion, QNT is going to be a major player in the evolution of finance, specifically centered out on DLT and crypto. And we do see, I'm so excited to see businesses recognize the power of interoperability and collaboration to create desktops and user experiences that can be tailored to generate the bespoke experiences we can expect in just about every aspect of our digital lives. There's also a few other ones. Leveraging clean, interoperable data is a clear business priority to address data-led change and to make the transition from cost center to value generation. Operations leaders and CDOs must start asking the uncomfortable questions around the cost they bear and the capabilities they are missing, not at an operational level, but at the business level. And then also, there's a few other ones. This is just build essential interoperability between old and new systems and protocols, which we are seeing through Quant, like I said. Here we have, so this is another different, this is Task Guy's interoperability strategy allows firms to connect the investments in core processing that they have already made. It's a little bit of a different viewpoint, but it is kind of centered out on the same thing. And by the way, there's not going to be just a one size fits all. Like Quant's not going to be the only one providing interoperability. But here we have the IT crowd. This particularly applies to the customer's tech organizations justifiably. They will want to understand the implication for bank infrastructure, support system interoperability, or the impact on in-house projects. Then also, what do you see? So it needs to be interoperable with existing payments infrastructure and fungible with other digital and non-digital currencies and technologies. Talking more so about a digital pound foundation. Again, we already know who's working with the Digital Pound Foundation, which is a think tank organization, and that is Quant, obviously. And then here we have today, traditional exchanges and venues share the stage with multilateral trading facilities and alternative trading systems, electronic communication networks, dark pools, and crossing networks, all of which require interconnectivity and interoperability. Then I do also have this one over here. An increasingly distributed workforce, particularly post-pandemic, requires highly interoperable multi-channel communications that must satisfy ever more rigorous transparency and conduct-driven regulatory compliance obligations. Then last but not least, we have cross-service and solution interoperability. This presents huge opportunities for fintechs, and particularly those focused on the plumbing, connecting the moving parts, and facilitating cross-service and solution interoperability. More so kind of centered out on connecting communities through financial technology around NFTs, digital custodians, things like that. And then also they do mention just interoperability to create a best-in-class trading platform. And this is centered out on a panel discussing entitled Modernizing Trading Platforms, How to Leverage Technology and Interoperability to Create a Best-in-Class. And we already know, like, listen, going all the way back in time to even Oracle, right? Like under the three faucets of blockchain interoperability, this already mentions, things around this. Specifically, they mention Quant, right? While these efforts are progressing, none have yet produced enterprise-grade solution ready for production. In parallel, Oracle fintech partner Quant has been working with Oracle and the Oracle blockchain platform team to address these challenges with a production-ready solution. The partnership has resulted in Oracle certifying Overledger for interoperability with Oracle blockchain platform for customers looking for production-ready infrastructure to support cross-ledger, keywords there, cross-ledger, interoperability between Oracle blockchain platform and other ledger technologies. Quant provides an immediately available solution certified in Oracle cloud infrastructure. They also do mention ISO TC 307, which I told you guys that is a crucial standard centered on a blockchain and DLT. But we do see designed to deliver universal interoperability between permission and permissionless DLTs. Quant solution is aimed at customers that want to be DLT agnostic, meaning they could choose any of the major networks that are centered out on Quant: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hyperledger, Basu, XRP, Polygon, Polkadot, XDC, Hyperledger Fabric, and even Avalanche. Then also clients that need to connect different DLTs internally within their organizations, businesses that need to move digital assets from one DLT to another, removing the limitations associated with digital assets existing on one DLT. Organizations that need to orchestrate transactions between different permission DLTs, customers, clients that use DLT or different DLTs and need those DLTs to interoperate in order to access new markets as well. And honestly, like, this is what I mean by, like, when you look at what Quant has solved, it definitely is something remarkable. And hearing it from a company like Oracle, for an example, when we do start to kind of talk about CBDC interoperability and how we can get to that point, like, that's a big deal because, this is a company that is trusted. It's a long-term company. And even here, like, we are seeing this HTLC orchestration between Oracle blockchain platform and Ethereum using Quant's Overledger. I just talked about something very similar to this, where we were talking about synchronization of ledger technology and escrow being a big thing around, like, escrow contracts. Like, this to me is very important when we actually look at it. Also, remember, this is all centered out on CBDCs and how we can get to CBDCs around, like, a cross DLT implementation, which, yes, I do think that multiple ledger technologies will be utilized around CBDC issuance and even settlements. So this is crucial. I do think that this is something very important, and I do think that Quant is playing a vital role in the evolution of CBDCs and our monetary system. Also, even if we go back over here to, for an example, World Bank document, which is centered out on blockchain interoperability from the World Bank group, we could see that Quant is mentioned on here as a technology approach around this. So we do see that technically blockchain interoperability seeks to achieve one fundamental goal, namely ensuring the integrity of both information exchanges and also value transfers. Internet protocols such as TCP/IP and APIs have set good examples of achieving data interoperability. However, value transfer has been an application layer concern and not a protocol level concern in the traditional internet context. With blockchain becoming the internet of value, which is what we hear from Ripple quite a bit, ensuring the integrity of value transfer across different blockchains has become a problem to address at the foundation level, and also needs to be considered at the blockchain network protocol level as well. In addition, there are attempts to create interoperability among different blockchains at the middleware level, e.g. blockchain agnostic smart contracts, e.g. DML by Digital Asset Holdings, or Quant Network's multi-blockchain dApps, or maps, if you will. And we even do see like the Overledger platform by Quant Network connects various blockchain networks as well as legacy systems. The platform provides a blockchain agnostic operating system for business applications to run, and it currently supports Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, Ethereum, Bitcoin, IOTA, EOS, and Ripple, either permissioned or permissionless, and provides Java and JavaScript SDKs for developers to develop applications to run on the platform. Quant Network uses its own dApps technology, multi-blockchain dApps, or MDApps, which, we've talked about those in the past as well. And I just think that as we look at what's happening, like API gateways are going to be the ones that are playing the vital role here when we are actually looking at these major platforms centered out on CBDC issuance. And also, even when we go back to this article, or I shouldn't say article, but PDF file from the BIS, with of course the World Bank Group, which the World Bank Group wrote this article, this PDF, and they know quant technology. We have options for access to and interoperability of CBDCs for cross-border payments. When you look in here, so Quant isn't mentioned at all. There's no mention of Quant. All it is talking about interoperability. Now, one thing that is mentioned quite a bit is APIs. APIs are the big ones here. Like the potential programmability features of CBDCs enabled by smart contracts and APIs could facilitate faster and better interoperability with other CBDCs and non-CBDC systems. When you look at the Quant platform, it is all centered out on APIs. Connect your application. Technically speaking, you could connect anything to this, to the chains of your choice with or patent pending technology, and build MDApps in 12 programming languages for universal interoperability. And we know Overledger itself is an API tool. Like this is an API gateway, an agnostic API gateway that can connect to any of these blockchain technologies. Even Quant itself is blockchain agnostic. Now, also, we just seen a lot happening around CBDCs with Quant. For an example, Gilbert Verdian reposted this from Quant on their LinkedIn. And what you see at the Financial Times recent Digital Asset Summit, Tom Mutton of the Bank of England talked about the importance of experiments in helping the central bank think about use cases for digital currencies. Listen closely to this.
So experiments are hugely important to us. We've done a bunch already. So we've done two with the Bank for International Settlements, who have a London centre, Project Rosalind and Project Meridian. Meridian was focused on housing, just recently been published. Rosalind should be coming out in the next couple of weeks. It's focused on central bank digital currency. Gilbert has been really important in this. He was a sort of an important participant with Quant providing input. We're also looking at offline payments with Thales and Sample Wallet with Kin & Carter. So these are really important to us. We've got a bunch of these experiments going on. But we've also run tech sprints and workshops alongside with some really important and really major participants actually helping us think about the use cases. So I think those BIS experiments have been hugely important, really valuable, and watch this space, the Rosalind report coming out shortly.
And he does mention that like Gilbert Verdian and even Quant have been playing a big role in this. I do think that they are crucial. I think that quant technology is crucial for the evolution of CBDCs, which we know by now already because of the posts that we've been seeing from Quant, but also the two projects that he does mention, Project Rosalind, as well as Project Meridian, which I just talked about both of these in a recent video. You might be seeing that one soon, or you might have already seen it, but we do see Project Rosalind developing prototypes for an application programming interface to distribute retail CBDC. Guess what they're all focused on? API functionalities, API gateways. Like it's all through an API. And a lot of this is centered out on how we can have interoperability between CBDCs, how we can connect these CBDCs to one another and bridge them essentially. Like we even do see like how to maximize interoperability, encourage a competition and enable adoption. How might retail CBDCs meet current and future consumer needs in a fast changing payments landscape? And of course, Project Meridian. So we actually went over this a little bit in a recent video, but as we do look into this, like this one is crucial because this is centered out on the RTGS system itself and how we can have, these infrastructures, because there's obviously going to be multiple infrastructures centered out on completely different ledger technology. We want to have like this harmonized, synchronized approach to connecting all of these. Now, the thing is that we need to make sure that these frameworks are able to have that interoperable standard. And we know within the UK, for example, we know that they are utilizing Quant already. It's actually in their tech stack. If you go to, it's like the gov.uk/ it's like tech something. I forgot what it actually is, but if you look up, gov.uk Quant, I'm sure that you could find it. But a lot of this is centered out on, utilizing a harmonized standard approach. And I think that we will still need to have some type of, major interoperability in place because again, like XRP as a bridge currency only goes so far. We're still going to have these, CBDC infrastructures being able to talk to one another and exchange data. Interoperability will solve a lot of that. And we already know, like, these are the ones that Quant has been playing a vital role in, from the actual guy from Bank of England, Tom Mutton. And we've been focused on the Bank of England for a little bit of time, especially even around Ripple with XRP, because they are really moving fast on payment technology and innovating beyond the means, utilizing digital currencies and crypto technology itself. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As just hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Wherever you guys are on this beautiful world, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.